Hey everyone, it's iTalkApple, and today I'm going to be discussing upgrading to Mountain Lion. So that's compatibility, like system requirements, how to prepare to upgrade, actually installing Mountain Lion, and maybe a few tips about the first things that you should do once you've installed it. So before you even consider upgrading to Mountain Lion, you have to make sure that your Mac is compatible. And so I'm going to list off the models that you have to have if you want to install Mountain Lion. That is a MacBook from late 2008 if it's an aluminum version, not the old white non-unibody MacBooks. Those are not compatible. Or any MacBook from 2009 onward. So that would include the white unibody MacBooks, which have actually now been discontinued. The MacBook Pros from mid-2007 or newer, MacBook Airs from late 2008 or newer, the iMacs from mid-2007 or newer, Mac Minis from early 2009 and on, and Mac Pros from early 2008 and newer. So those are the models. And even if your Mac model is compatible, you have to make sure that you're on a specific version of OS 10. In order to install Mountain Lion, you have to have the Mac App Store on your computer because Mountain Lion is only available through the Mac App Store. So you have to either be running version 10.6.8 if you're still on Snow Leopard, or any version of Lion. And to figure out what OS you're currently running, you can go to the Apple logo, select About This Mac, and it should say version and then the version number. So if you're on Snow Leopard, you have to have 10.6.8, which is the latest version of Snow Leopard, or you can have any version of 10.7, which is Lion. Okay, so we're going to stay on this About This Mac box right now because there are some other system requirements for installing Mountain Lion. First of all, Mountain Lion itself is about 4.4 gigabytes, so you have to make sure that you have, well, Apple recommends that you have at least 8 gigabytes of free space on your hard drive. I recommend having more than that just because it'll probably run smoother if you have more free space, so like 10 to 15 gigabytes of free space is good. Although, if you only have 10 to 15 gigabytes of free space on your computer, I recommend purchasing an external hard drive and maybe moving over some of your files. And Apple also requires that you have at least 2 gigabytes of memory on your computer, and it'll probably run even smoother if you have at least 4 gigabytes of memory. So you can find out all of this information in the About This Mac box, which I'm in right now. So you can see my memory is 4 gigabytes, so that's okay. To figure out how much hard drive space you have available, select More Info. That'll open up the System Information app, and we can go to Storage here. And as you can see, I've got 369.86 gigabytes available. That is plenty to install Mountain Lion. Okay, and finally, before you actually launch the Mac App Store and install Lion, I recommend going to System Preferences and visiting the iCloud preference pane. So that's under Internet and Wireless. My computer is being very slow. Okay, so make sure that you are signed into iCloud. That way, when Mountain Lion is first installed, it's not going to bother you to log into iCloud. So if you don't have an iCloud though, don't worry about it. You can sign up when you install Mountain Lion. Okay, so we're ready to go. I'm going to launch the Mac App Store. And Mountain Lion is $19.99, so $20. But once you download it on one computer, you can download it on any of your computers. So it's like a one-time purchase thing. So I'm going to download this. So once it starts downloading, it actually appears in Launchpad, which is pretty cool. So it's as if you're downloading an application. You can actually continue to use your computer while it's installing. You could work on a Word document and do your homework, or you can browse the web or check your email or whatever. I'm just gonna let my computer install this and I'll come back when it's done. Okay, so depending how fast your internet is, Mountain Lion might take a really long time to download. It actually took a really long time to download to this computer. It didn't take as long for my MacBook Air. Now you'll get this window. It says Install OS 10, and all you have to do is hit Continue, and then agree, and then agree, and it will tell you that it's going to be installed on Macintosh HD. If you have multiple hard drives in your computer, then you can select which one you want it to install on. Select Install and enter your password. So as you can see, Mountain Lion is now preparing to install, and the computer will restart automatically. Once you've installed Mountain Lion, I recommend, playing around with the new features. I'm going to have a bunch of tutorials throughout the month on every major new feature. You can see in the dock that a couple of new applications have been added, reminders and notes. Those should be familiar from your iPad, your iPhone, or your iPod Touch. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm actually going to take these out of my dock because I'm not going to use them. Or I'll use them, but not from my dock. So that's all there is to upgrading your Mac to Mountain Lion. I hope you've enjoyed this video, or that it was at least helpful for you. And like I said, more videos coming this weekend. So thank you very much for watching, and enjoy your day.